welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today, this is a bittersweet day for me. It really is. This is my finale for that 70s pan. I have immensely enjoyed doing this project. It was created by Cece and Kim. Those beautiful ladies are going to be listed down below. It is a year-long project, and it was within the Pantastic Ladies Facebook group. I loved it. I loved it so much. The dates on this were July 27th of last year, and of course it ends on July 27th of this year. And it was 70 prompts, all about the 70s, which was my decade. And this was a nice little trip down memory lane for me. And yeah, I did not finish everything. I brought everything in. I brought all 70 prompts, 70 products in. Did not finish them all. I did not think I was going to finish all of them, but I feel like I finished quite a few. I'm going to go ahead and show you everything that I finished since the last update, and then I'm going to show you everything that was left over. The first one I just finished today, and it was prompt number 1. It was linoleum floors. That is something with a pattern. This one used to have a pattern. It was the Essence Silky Touch Blush in Baby Doll. I have been working on this for so long. I don't think it was brand new when I brought it in, but it had a ton of product still in there. I don't know if you can see how thick that pan was. There was a ton in this one. I'm so happy to have it done, though I'm going to miss it because it was so pretty. Yes, I do have it on my cheeks today. The very last little dregs of what was in there is finally gone, and yeah, I am going to miss that one a whole lot. The next one that I finished was for the exposed brick prompt, and that called for a red lippy. I brought in the Bite Beauty Maple Lipstick. It is done. I do have the tiniest little bit in an empty pan that I've been using as my cream blush, but for all intents and purposes, I am calling it done because I was like digging it out and using stuff in there. There's the, like I said, the tiniest little bit in my makeup basket, and you know, I think I did pretty darn well on that one. The next prompt that I finished was maxi dresses, and that called for large packaging. I brought in the Adjoa. It was the blue tansy. It's all worn off here, so I have to look on here. The blue tansy reparative mask. I really did like this one, but it was not quite enough for my hair. It smelled amazing. Absolutely amazing. Again, like, there's a lot of hair products I feel this way about. If they made it into perfume, I would absolutely wear it on my body. But yeah, I did like it. I just didn't think it was quite emollient enough for my hair texture. I just have the most insanely thick, dry, coarse hair. And while I liked it, it was more like an everyday kind of conditioner for me, not like the extra boost that I think a mask should have. But I think if you have normal hair, this probably would be really nice for you. I have 2 more products that I have finished, and then we'll go over everything else that is left. The first one is for Green Acres, and that was a green product. And I just had a guest size soap in Green Apple, and yeah, all done. And probably the one that I am most excited about, kind of like want to pat myself on the back for, is for Bionic Woman, and that was a highlighter. I brought in this Super Shock highlighter from ColourPop. It was in the shade Out of Quartz, and she done. She is so done. It took me forever to use this up. It had usage on it when I brought it in, and I have been using it almost every single time I've used makeup for the last year. I used it for underpainting and stuff like that, and she's done. She is so done. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I may repurchase that in the future, but I have some other things that I really have to get through first. I am definitely not in the market to buy any new highlighters right now, but I enjoyed that one immensely. I'm going to try to quickly go through everything else that was left over. The first one is for crochet blankets or granny squares, and that is something old. And of course I had to pick a square pan because, you know, granny squares. Hopefully I will have a picture of where this was. This is from the Profusion Eyes Trendsetter palette. It is a brow powder. I used a ton of it, but I was unable to finish it. I should have known I couldn't finish this. I mean, like, the brows, they're not that big, so, especially mine. Mine are pretty sparse, thank you 90s, and yeah, it's still hanging around. I will eventually get that done, but I'm not going to sweat it right now. This is almost embarrassing. For statement stone fireplaces, I needed to pick something that was rough, gray, large, or all three, and It's not really gray, but it is kind of rough here, and it is large. This is the Plant Guru African Black Soap. I love this stuff. I just was so hyper focused on my shower gels that I never even opened it, which is sad. I will eventually get this done, but I am not in a rush. The next prompt is sunken living rooms, and that is something with a dip or a pan. This had pan it when I brought it in, and I'm not going to be able to cover it all up, but I have multiple things in here. This one was no mistakes. I made amazing progress on this one, but it is definitely not done. I definitely want to get it done before the end of the year, so you will probably see this entire palette spread out through projects sometime soon, because I believe this entire palette is on my 50/50 challenge this year. I'll have to double check that, but yeah, I like this palette. I'm making good progress on it, so I'd like to keep working on it. Next up is floral sofas, and that is something with a floral pattern. This is a ColourPop Jelly Much. You can see the little flower right there on the front. This is in the shade Desert Days. I must have been smoking crack when I brought this in, thinking that I was going to finish it this year. And I'm probably still going to work on it because, again, I think this is in my 50/50. There's so much. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, it is low. I don't know if you can see it. It is pretty low down here. But, yeah, it comes to, like, right there. I have made good progress on this, and I absolutely love it. It is beautiful on, but there's a lot of product in there, and you don't have to use a ton of it at any one time. So I don't know if I can get it done this year, but I'm going to keep working on it. It is probably going to end up in another project. This next one, I just dropped the ball on. This is for stereo systems, and it is something that amplifies your look. It is another Jelly Much. You see this color? You haven't seen me wear it much this year. It is the Jelly Much No Rest for the Vivid, and it is very pretty. I just was not feeling this color much this year. I have worn some pinks this year, but most of the pinks that I've been wearing were more on the warmer side. So yeah, I didn't get a lot of use on that. And there's this weird curl right there. It just kept like poking up, and I could see it out of the side of my eye there. For Colonial Furniture, that is a large product or something from your largest category. Obviously, my largest category is going to be eyeshadows, especially my singles. So that's what I picked, was the single. This is from Coastal Scents. It is the Hot Pot in Pink Silver. And I did hit pan on it in this project, and I have expanded that pan. I've hit side pan. There's no way I was going to finish this one. With so many eyeshadows that I was working on, some in similar colors, yeah, I would have been hard-pressed to get this one done, but I do want to get it done this year. So again, another one you're probably going to see rolled into another project. More crack smoking on my part. This is for Fringe, and that is something that makes you look extra. It's the glitter. It is the glitter. I got a bunch of compliments on this when I wore it for a recent video. I wanted to get some use on it before this finale, so I had it all over my décolleté and my shoulders and stuff. And I probably could have put some on today, but, you know, my hair's down and I just didn't really want glitter all in my hair. This is in the shade Fresher Than You. It is a ColourPop glitter gel, and this is too malleable. I cannot use it on, like, my nails or anything. It's too chunky to put on my eyes. I don't wear a lot of glitter on my eyes anymore, even though that used to be my thing. So, yeah, body usage is where it is going to be, and I just didn't get there. I kind of hit pan. I don't know if you can see up in this area. It's not a lot of pan or jar since this is glass, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm okay with that. Speaking of dropping the ball, I did on this next product. This is for radios. It's a product that reminds you of a song or something you heard on the radio. This is NARS American Woman. If you're old like me and you listen to classic rock and stuff like that back in the day, you know the song American Woman. I've used this like maybe a half a dozen times since I brought it in, because I have so many lip products throughout projects, some that I finished, some that I haven't. So I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't get more use on that. That may or may not go into another project. For the prompt Funky Lights, that is a funky product to you, or it has interesting packaging. I brought this in solely for the packaging, and that is the Strivectin Pro Glow Foliant. It is, how do I explain it? It has like the scrubby crystals. It's like a face scrub, but it doesn't have the base to it. You can put your own face wash with it and make your own scrub out of it. And One, I think the packaging is interesting, but I really liked that it has its scoop in the lid. That was fun to me. So close on this one. And it may actually be done by the time this airs. I'm filming a few days earlier, but I'm going to a concert soon, and I did not want this to interfere with when I'm not going to be in town. I need to leave town to go to this concert, which I'm very excited for, but you know, I wanted to have this done. There is so very little left. This was super crumbly, obviously because it has no base to it. So I put like a couple of squirts in here when it was much fuller. So that's why it looks a little bit shiny in there, but you can see there is not a lot of product left. This could very well be done before this even airs, but that's okay. For all intents and purposes, while I'm filming it, it's not done, so it is what it is. I'm going to keep working on this because it's so close. I don't even want to put that in another project. I'm just going to put it in my shower and get it done. Another ball dropped. This is for popular pottery. That is something that can break easily, and it has broken, especially the packaging. It is taped. This is from Pacifica. It was originally the Natural Beauty Duo 2, and there was a white gold side and a really ugly blah gray dead purple side, and I frankened the purple side. I had finished the white gold side and, you know, made it a little bit less dead looking. I have used this one, but it's not one that I used regularly. I made it much more natural looking, little neutral, I should say, not natural, neutral, but I was not able to finish it. I did not focus on it. But again, this is one that I want to get done this year, so you'll probably see it somewhere else. We are going back into the Essence Bronze This Way palette, and that is for the shade Superstar. Of course, you're going to see all of the other stuff, but that's okay. It is this shade right here on top. I cannot hold that lid. Right there, I have made good progress on it. It is not done, but again, I want this palette finished before the end of this calendar year. So it is going to get rolled in somewhere else. We are going to stay in this palette for the Strawberry Shortcake Prompt, and that is a scented product. I don't know that they promote this as a scented product, but it's definitely scented. It is very, I don't know, like baked good smelling. It has like a vanilla, not quite chocolate, cocoa butter kind of smell. I don't know, frosting maybe. And this is the shade Perfect Babe, which is this bottom shade right here. I have made very good progress on the pan, but not enough to really do anything with. Don't even pay any attention to that. It is a Franken, and that is from some other stuff, not from this palette at all, but it was an empty space, and I put the Franken in there. But everything else I would love to get used up. For the prompt tie-dye, that is colorful packaging or product. I've got another really fun Strivectin package. You can see it is very funky and colorful. This is the Multi-Action Super C SPF 30 Moisturizer. The SPF in this has expired, but I don't use it during the day. I actually use this at night because of the weight of the moisturizer. So I didn't get it done. I have very good progress on it, and I'm going to have to roll this into another project. Let's get into another Essence palette because, you know, apparently I'm not working on enough Essence palettes this year. This is for Peasant Blouses. It's an inexpensive product. I think this thing's like $3.99, and I wanted to finish the shade Far, which is this shade right here on the top. I do have nice pan on it, but it is definitely not done. I do think this is another one that I wanted to have finished this year in my 50/50, so you'll see it again, I'm sure. Super big fail for me. It is the prompt ponchos, and that is something you use in cold weather, which is clearly not what we're experiencing right now. This is a hand peel from Exuviance. It's a lovely hand peel. I just haven't used it. I had other hand peels that I had been working on, and one that I finished, and by the time I finished that, it was no longer cold anymore. So yeah, I don't think I used it at all in this project. For the prompt white suits, I had to pick a white product, so I brought in the Curl Wow Flow Tree Vital Natural Serum. It's for your hair, and I made some good progress. You can see my progress lines. This is where I'm leaving off. I do think I can get this done in another project, and that is probably what I'm going to do. For Little House on the Prairie, that is an OG product, and I brought in CoverGirl. It's very depotted CoverGirl, but this is the Eye Enhancers Pink Chiffon. That is something that's been around like 100 years. I did hit pan on it. Hopefully you can see that, but I didn't finish it. I do not know if I'm going to put this in another project. It is a really easy shade to use, but I've been working on so many light colored shimmers that this one got neglected. For the prompt King Feng, I had to bring in something that is K-Beauty, J-Beauty, or something made in China. I've got K-Beauty right here. This is the Yensa Super Serum Silk Concealer. That's a lot of words. And I wasn't able to finish it, but hopefully you can see that there is some windowing in there. And this is one that I would like to have done in this calendar year, so that one will be seen in another project. I feel like a broken record. Back into the Bronze This Way palette, I have two prompts in here. I have Hollywood Squares, which is a square product, and The Price is Right, so a drugstore product. And I had Love Yourself and Queen, which are your two corners, which is this corner here and this corner here. I made really good progress on them, and I wore them together frequently, but I was not able to finish them. So yet again, you're going to see this in another project. And the very last prompt was for Flip Wilson, and that is a two-sided product, something that has two pans, something like that, double-ended. I went with an Ulta Beauty eyeliner. It is in Blackout and Plum. I was not able to finish it. You can see there is plenty of product left in that, but it is what it is. You can't finish them all. So I feel like I did pretty good with this project, even though I have a ton left over, but it was 70 prompts, 70 products, which is crazy pants, but I enjoyed every second of it. I finished 49 of 70, so I only had 21 left over. I know it's a lot, but percentage-wise, really not that bad. I feel very happy that I finished quite a bit, since everything, not everything, but most everything was to finish in this project, so I am very okay with how this ended up. Definitely go check out Kim and Cece. They're going to be listed down below, so show them some love. I do not know if this is coming back. As of right now, I don't know that it's coming back. I haven't seen anything about it coming back, so I don't know if it is or not. But go show them some love, and you can go ask them on their videos. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you on my next video, have a beautiful day.